السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا وحبيبنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى ورتل القرآن ترتيلا. صدق الله العظيم. Respected brothers, sisters, elders, again assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thanks to Sister Aisha for emailing me and for waiting for her response, and thanks for raising the concerns on Tajweed. May Allah Ta'ala accept her, and may Allah Ta'ala accept all of us, and may Allah Ta'ala bless us all with the true knowledge and understanding of Deen, Quran, Hadith, Fiqh and Tajweed. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. So the question, she said, Shaykh, what are those most important parts of Tajweed? Because I'm a Tajweed teacher and I need to know what I should teach. Or what are those most important parts, so I can just focus on those parts and I teach those. All right, so answer to all of you is that in Tajweed there are something called lahan jali and something called lahan khafi. Lahan jali means major errors. Lahan khafi means minor errors. So anything includes major errors, learning those rules are very important. It's fard. Okay, so you don't make major errors. Major errors means you're changing the letters, changing the harakat, changing the meanings. Okay, and that can happen by not knowing the makharij, not knowing the sifat. Sister raised the sifat zatiya. Yes, not knowing the sifat zatiya, or not knowing where to stop and where to continue from. You know, sometimes because of not having the understanding of Arabic language, you might stop in, for example, in between bainakum, you were supposed to say bainakum and you stop on the mim, you said bain. So that's wrong. You can't stop in the middle of the word. It's not allowed. So you have to go to the end of the word or end of the sentence, if it's even waqful ittirari. All right. So further part of Tajweed is basically knowing the correct pronunciation of the letters, which includes the makharij, knowing the sifat zatiya, sifat lazima. So sifat zatiya and lazima means those qualities which are inside the letter, and if you take those quality away, the letter is not remain in its original form. It changes its form. For example, ta, the roundness or the thickness in it. It's something in it, in that letter. Now, if we take the thickness away or roundness away, it becomes ta. So ta and ta, you see, it's they are two different letters. Now, if the ta, the roundness and thickness, that is part of sifat zatiya, and sifat lazima is something lazim, must be in the letter. Now, if you take that away, it changes itself. So that means knowing the sifat is also fard, is also important. Right, next, what you need to know is the rulings of wuquf. Imam Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu was asked that what do you mean by warattil al-Qur'ana tartila? He said, to me, warattil al-Qur'ana tartila means to know the measurement of the Qur'an, to know where to stop and where to continue from. So every student, they have to know waqf tam, waqf kafi, waqf hasan, waqf qabih, yeah, waqf al-ikhtiyari, waqf al-ittirari, waqf al-intizari. So these wuquf also important. So students know how to stop and where to stop. Also, under the stop signs or stop rules, there is something, sometimes ta changes into ha. Yeah, sometimes ta remains as ta. That's something needs to be clear to the students. Same with the word ana. Ana means I am. That when they stop on it, they have to stop with the alif, and when they read continuing, they have to skip the alif. So ana and ana. So for example, wala ana abidun ma abadtum. But if you stop on this ana, you will say wala ana. The alif is read. You see. Similarly, the specific parts in the Quran, for example, qawarira, salasila. Yeah, so these places there is alif written, but sometimes alif is ignored or alif is not read. This is something need to be taught to the students specifically. Same with majreha. Yeah, mujraha, majrayuha. This word has differences of opinion. So whatever Imam Hafs reads, you have to teach the students. It's a must. Okay, same with sakta. The sakta part is a must. You have to teach the students because that's according to Imam Hafs, this is a must. Same with the wama ansanihu. Wama ansanihu. This word has a rule. You need to teach that. Same with what is it called? For example, where is Sad and Sin been read? So if it's something, some places Imam Hafs just purely reads Sad, you need to teach the students that this is the specific place where Sad should be read. Next part, what is must in Tajweed, what I will say, is mudud, the mads. So a lot of time, people are making one alif mad or two harakat mad into 4 harakat, 3 harakat, and so on. Means more than 2 harakat. So that also needs to be taught. If it's 2 harakat, then it's only 2 harakat, no more than that, or no less than that. Yeah, anything like Maddul Lazim, you should go to 6 harakat. Then you teach them whichever one should go to 6 harakat. Get them used to it, the 6 harakat. Anything has differences of opinion, you teach them that has differences of opinion. Right, so Maddul Munfasil, yes, because it has differences of opinion. So if you don't even teach that doesn't fall under faraid. That doesn't fall under must. Yeah? Or that doesn't fall under lazim. Next, rules of nun sakin and tanween, that doesn't fall under lazim. Okay? If a student making mistake in the rules of nun sakin and tanween, that falls under minor error. Next, rules of mim sakin. Again, ghunna. It falls under minor error. Yeah? Qalqala falls under minor error. Okay, then some sifat, not all the sifat. There are some sifat that falls under minor error. As long as the letter doesn't change, then if it's the sifat is not found. For example, hams. So hams, the air flows when you're pronouncing the letter. So again, if someone not flowing the air properly, that falls under minor errors because that will not change the letter. Do you see? So this is the brief information about the Tajweed. But what I will say that every single one of you study the Tajweed properly and study under a sheikh and get ijazah from the sheikh. And even if you have done self-studies, but still at the end, make sure you get it checked with the sheikh and then you go ahead to teach others, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. We'll stop inshallah here. Thank you very much for raising your concern. If you have any concerns, message me please or email me. You'll find my email address in the top right corner of the screen, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.